Hello. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part, for the tarot part, I'm going to use the Astro Matrix tarot. The website on the back here, there's verbiage there, but the website's at the bottom, astromatrix.org, I believe. They're at the bottom. There's also the artists, the creator, and the QR code. Thank you for the people who put that in the comments last week because I could not remember the name of that, but here's the QR code for this one if you're interested. The Oracle cards. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Website rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as an apple, U as an umbrella. And I also use dice. I use a 21-sided for the major arcana, which does omit 0, but I make it work. I believe it came from this place, the dice shop. And if I can get it close enough, you can see mathartstuff.com. Mathartfun.com. Hopefully you can see that if you're interested. The smaller dice, I have a 14-sided dice that I use for the minor arcana, and I use a 4-sided dice to choose the suit. That's from here, Tom Anders. There is some information there. Hopefully I can get it close enough so it'll focus and you can see it if you're interested. I want to say there's like a website there, but I can't see it. This one also has a QR code. Here's the QR code for that one, if I can hold it still. All right, that's what we have for the materials. Of course, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day. Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Scorpio? Very tight knit, whatever it is. Okay, so whatever's going on here, feels like you're very talented at it, which might be, for some of you, it might be communicating with other people or just having the talent to get something done that other people just can't seem to make happen. I feel like it feels very talented with this. What is this? The 8 of Pentacles. It reminds me of a few Scorpios that I've known who they just end up in these situations where they're leading the way, and they're given a lot of responsibilities, and they're like, I don't know how I got here, but here I am. Or they kind of know how they got there, but it's just kind of like it just kind of happened. It just kind of happened. And it could be the way you handle things. It could be literally a talent like drawing or writing or whatever. It could be something like that. But I get like whatever you're doing, and it could be handling a situation. You've been in it for a while. I feel like you were just kind of like sucked right into it. You just did what you had to do. I don't feel a lot of planning at all. I just feel like I ended up here. I just ended up here. This is how I ended up here. And there's a lot of questions about, is this working for you at this point? 7 of Wands, King of Pentacles. Other people are very expectant. And other people are very expectant. I don't know where to go with it though. Like, other people are very expectant. I don't know. Are we just saying that? Like, it gets stuck there. Kind of like, is this affecting you? Yes. In what direction is it affecting you on? Do you want to move on from it because of it? Are you not allowing yourself to move on because of it? 2 of Wands, half in, half out. The Lover's card, not really have, like, I feel like I have ideas, I have possibilities. I'm not really sure what I want to do with it. I don't want to change things on other people. I don't know if I'm being kind of like railroaded in a direction, or if I'm kind of stuck, if people are trying to get in my way just so I won't do something else. Because it almost seems like conveniently we have some issues here and there, and it's like, are people purposely doing that so I won't do something else? The point here is like, what do you actually want? Because Scorpio is a changing energy, and if you keep doing the same thing too many times, it's gonna start sucking the life out of you, because that's not the normal Scorpio energy that I understand anyway. And it might be like, maybe I've been doing this for too long, and it's like, it's starting to wear on me. It's starting to be draining. And it's kind of like, I need some other aspirations. I need something else to change here. Yeah, I'm good at this. It's kind of like, I'm going to equate it to like artists stuff in the sense of like painting. It's kind of like you're good at painting, and usually you like it, but you keep doing the same things, and people are now just expecting you're going to do that. But you're like, now I want to sing, or now I want to play the guitar, or now I want to dance, like literally dance. Now I want to do something else. Now I want to write. Now I want to do something else. And it's not that I don't like the painting. I do. I love it, usually. But at this point, it's becoming so overlabored, that it's kind of sucking the happiness out. It's kind of like, for me, another example I could give is like, it's almost like somebody who loves baking, but when you get stuck in a situation where you get limited on what you can do, and people are just expecting that you're going to always do it, it takes the fun out of it. It takes the happiness out of it. And it's kind of like we're coming to this moment where maybe it's time to do something different, but it's in question marks all over the place. Currently your energy isn't changing, is what I'm getting, but you are thinking about it. It's like a storm is brewing. And even though you're thinking about it, you are holding strong to expectations. I keep getting expectations, and I don't like how it feels either. Is there anything else before we go any farther with that? Yeah, I want to change, but I'm not. It's funny, you got the Magician right side up for like your thoughts, but like the action you're taking is like you're not doing it. And I'm getting like, I'm not sure that this is my best move at this moment. So you're trying to make the smart move, and you're just like, I want to, I just don't know if I should right now, but it might be coming on the horizon fairly soon. Alright, so what is this that's coming out here? I feel like this is interesting, because where this is going is not where I was expecting it to go. So this moment coming forward, there's somebody who wants to step in. So if I was going to use the baking analogy, just like you're a very just say you're a very talented baker, and some of you probably are, but it's gotten boring, it's gotten stale. The boundaries, the expected energy, just a bit much. Somebody else wants to step into this. There's two roads you could take when this happens, because I feel like it's kind of like, you want to do that, okay, cool. You want to do it now? You want to do the baking? You want to do the painting? Whatever. You want to do the... You want to? Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. Yep. Somebody comes in, but they're coming in a novice energy. So, and I say this kind of like, almost like wincing, in the sense of, they don't think they're a novice, but compared to what you can do, they're a novice. I don't know how that sounds, but that's how it is. You know what I mean? Like, it reminds me of, like, if we're going to use the baking analogy, maybe they can make cheesecakes like nobody's business, but when it comes to making, like, you know, birthday cakes or wedding cakes, they don't have what it takes. They don't get it. They're very much like, no, it just doesn't work out. Their cakes come out more like bread, if we're gonna go there, I don't know. We're just gonna leave it there. They don't have they're a novice compared to you. We're just gonna leave it at that because I feel like I'm gonna beat something to death there. The challenge for you, for this to work out in your best interest, because this is a Scorpio reading, is to not let them just do what they want and you go off on your merry way. You clearly have free will to do what you want, but for your best interest, because who knows, maybe it's for example, maybe this is a resort and you just want to do something else at this resort. You're not going to do the baking anymore. You're going to do something else. You're going to do leading the tours or whatever. They're saying don't step away from this. You're going to want to, and you're going to feel like this is perfect. This is great timing. I'm just going to go. Especially you got the Sun card, which is a great moment. Will things be okay for you? Yes. Will you look back and not be happy with how things changed? Also yes. The advice here is to stay in control of this situation and bring this person up to speed to what they really need to be. They're coming in as a novice. I keep feeling like whoever it is doesn't think they're a novice, but you're going to realize fairly quickly that they don't know as much as they think they know. Stick with it. Build this foundation. Show them what they need to know. Teach them what they need to be taught. This seems to have a very exponential return for you. Because whatever this situation is, I don't see you completely walking away from it. You might change your role or your connection, your level of connection. So like if 1 was like a no connection and 10 was a complete connection, like 1 is just like you don't work there anymore if this was a job, and 10 was like you do everything, the job can't survive without you. I feel like you maybe have been working at like a 7 or 8 for the longest time. Bring it down to like a 5 or a 4. And I feel like that's where it's going to kind of go. I don't feel like you're completely going to disconnect. And if you stabilize this, you keep your influence and you keep your loyalty, whatever that means to you. What's this over here? That's the advice. We got more. We're not done yet. Scorpio to me is an ever-changing energy. Yeah. You may return back to this situation. Okay. I feel like this is somebody else. You may end up returning back to this situation. I don't know. I feel like it depends. If you stabilize this energy, I don't feel like it's a bad thing. But if you don't stabilize it, it just has a bad taste. It has a bad taste is what I keep getting, that I can't seem to get rid of. Whoever's stepping in does not have the loyalty that you do, does not have the staying power. They're here today, and they might be gone. They may not last long enough to really make the difference. I feel like somebody's calling you back. And if you work with this energy, I'm not exactly sure the outcome, if they're just going to go anyway, and you're just going to be there to keep it going the way you want, or if they're just going to stay because they learned it the correct way and they didn't get over frustrated. But I'm getting you have more opportunities bringing you back. When you come back, if you stabilized it, I do feel like you have more in front of you, in the sense of like, all right, I tried to teach that person, they could have done it, but they decided to leave for whatever reason. For example, if they did, I feel like you'll get the support in the sense of like, I don't want to do this for the rest of my life, but if you get somebody else in here, I'll make sure that they know what to do as well. Here's what I actually want. And actually, as a reward for me sticking around and making this stable for once, but also for twice, I want to help me move there. This is where I want to be. So I'll help this work out. I'll help you get somebody else up to speed, but this is where I want to go. If you help me get where I want to go, I'll stay at this company and I'll keep working here. But if you're not going to help me, I'm going to have to make choices. Because I do feel like you want something to change. Scorpio is an ever-changing energy. That's how I connect to it. So I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments if you disagree. There's a lot of flavor of Scorpio, but generally that's this flavor of Scorpio that I'm familiar with. Going past that, you have a lot of possibilities. things are different after that. So let me just see. Because I'm seeing the Knight of Swords show up with the Seven of Cups, and I understand you have possibilities. You're going to be releasing yourself. One way or another, you're moving into the next era. Whatever you're currently doing, even though you're talented at it, you're not going to stay there for the rest of your existence. It's just not going to happen. If you're able to stabilize this energy, you have better options in front of you. So it reminds me, I like food. If you stay at this situation, it's like if you have all these options, or over here, all these options, if you're thinking of food, this is like good food. This is like whatever you would think of was like top grade, like for me, macaroni and cheese, but there's different levels of macaroni and cheese. This is like a home-cooked, delicious macaroni and cheese, or maybe some type of really good pasta dish, or, I like meatloaf, so like a really good meatloaf. These dishes, it depends how they're made, how good they're going to be. So it's the difference between having top-notch options versus just kind of like, well, we found this in the freezer section, just toss it in the microwave, good luck. So, for example, I'm going to use macaroni and cheese as an example because I love it. If you get a homemade, you have the 6 different cheeses and all the stuff that goes into it, and they baked it and they did all that good stuff, versus like, here's a microwave version, just pop it in there, have a good time. Like, personally, I'm going to be like, I want that homemade one. So it's like, if you stick around, you get the homemade options. If you just kind of go and do your own thing, you're going to get the microwave version. It all depends on what options you want going forward. You'll still have options. It's just the quality of options, if you will. Because you are moving on to something better at some point. That still will happen. This is just setting up the quality of possibilities. You know what I mean? Quality of possibilities. Might as well have the best possibilities, not for nothing. It's interesting because I was like, why are you even bothering? Because like, how is this benefiting Scorpio? But they're saying, yeah, quality of options. It definitely affects your quality of options in the next cycle going forward. Are we good? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.